In this lesson, we're going to continue at looking at how to work out the speed of an object or a person or whatever it is that's moving. But we're going to look at ones that are a wee bit trickier with decimals and things like that. Okay, so just to remind ourselves, we did look at this in another lesson, but we'll remind ourselves again, when we're trying to change minutes into decimal hours for calculations involving miles per hour, kilometres per hour, it's really important to do this correctly or you'll end up getting the wrong answers. So 15 minutes we should know is a quarter of an hour, and a quarter as a decimal is 0.25. So we have to fight the urge. If we see like 15 minutes the urge is to put 0.15, it's 0.25. Again, with 30 minutes, we know that's half an hour. Everybody generally knows half an hour. And we know half is 0.5. Again, you have to fight the urge to put 0.3. And the same with this one, you want 0.45, but 45 minutes is 3/4 of an hour, and that's 0.75 hours. Okay, so have a look at these kind of questions here and this idea. Have a go at them and see if you can do them. There's 2 questions to do, and then I'll go over the answers. So pause the video and have a try at it. Okay, I'm now going to go over the answers. Now, you could use a calculator here. It's saying up there, that's absolutely fine. But the first one, 78 divided by 2. Remember to set your working like we did in the last lesson. Speed equals distance divided by time, and then 78 divided by 2, and get your units correct. But that's 39 miles per hour. There was no decimals there. The next one, it would be 15 divided by 0.5. Now, dividing by a half actually doubles something. I mean, how many halves are in 4? For example, hopefully you'd say 8. 8 halves make up 4. So it actually doubles. So the answer is 30 miles per hour. Again, part C is 9 divided by 0.5, and that will double it to get 18. But you can take this into your calculator and check it. D, 12 divided by 1.5. So that's 8. And the last one, it'd be 0.5 divided by 0.5. So that's 1. Now, it's meters per hour here, which is a strange unit. It's because it's a snail crawling, so I've put meters / hour here. But you could write meters per hour. Right, question 5, same idea. A runner who averages 2 kilometers in 15 minutes, so it's 2 divided by 0.25, so that'd be 8 kilometers per hour. So dividing by a quarter actually times the number by 4. You'll see the same thing happen here, but you can use a calculator and double check. But it's 12 divided by 0.25, so times that by 4. It'll be 48 miles per hour. 18 divided by 0.5. Again, a common mistake is people do 18 divided by 30. We want this in hours, so it's 0.5, so that'll be 36. D, 60 divided by 1.5. That'll give you 40 kilometers per hour. And last one, 1000 divided by 2.5. That'll give you 400 miles per hour. Okay, so in the last slide here, I've got a couple of hard equations. Actually, I've got 3 of them. So I'm going to let you try them yourself. There's 6 and 7. Again, you could pause it and have a go at them. And finally, there's question 8. Again, you can pause that and have a go at them, and then I'll go over the answers. Okay, right, so hopefully you've paused it, you've tried them, you've laid it out correctly. We'll just have a look at this now. So calculate the average speed of the van. So speed is equal to distance divided by time. So the distance was 240. And the time, well, the van left at 8:45 and arrived at 12:45. That's a time of 4 hours. Divide by 4, and you get 60 kilometers per hour. Question 7. First question is, how long did the journey take? So a plane left Birmingham Airport at 3:45 and it flew 300 miles to Glasgow, arriving at 5:15. So we have to think about how long that was. So 1 hour would take you to 4:45 and then 30 minutes. So it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now when working out the average speed, speed equals distance over time. the distance is 300. The time, again, we've got to be careful here. It's not 1.3, it would be 1.5, and then get your answer of 200 kilometers per hour. Oh, actually, sorry, it's miles per hour, isn't it? It's miles here, and in hours, so it's miles per hour. So just get rid of that K if you like. Okay, last question. So a lot of words here, we've got to read it correctly. So 2 friends hire a rowing boat and go rowing in the loch. They row to an island, taking 2 hours to get there, but the return journey takes 3 hours. If the island is 6.25 miles from the hiring jetty, calculate the average speed for the round trip. A round trip is getting there and back. Okay, it's giving you a hint here. So the speed is the total distance travelled by the total time it took. Now, if they're going 6.25 miles there and then returning 6.25 miles, the total distance, you've got to double this number. So if you double 6, you get 12, and if you double 0.25, you get 0.50 or 0.5, so that's going to be 12.5. And the time, I think, come up here, 2 hours to get there and 3 hours to get back. Well, that's 5. So do your calculation, 2.5 miles per hour. So they must have been taking their time to do the 12.5 miles, just taking in the scenery, I guess.